would God make people gay in the first place?
He didn't.
Well, of course I would say it comes from God. If I didn't believe that, then I wouldn't be Christian.
Why?
Not everything comes from God. Does sin come from God? By your own definition, homosexuality is a sin, so of course it wouldn't come from God.
Why would God make people gay if he didn't want them to engage in gay sex?
All people have proclivities or towards different sins. There's different things that we would call sins.
Yeah, but
So it's true that God allows us to have certain temptations, but he did not give us the temptations. The temptations are because we are human and we are all born into sin. And God prevents us from having certain temptations, but he allows us to go through certain temptations. And our job as Christians is to ask him to give us the strength to withstand them.
that's like their fundamental attractiveness. They're attracted fundamentally to other men, or other women. Why? It seems like something that God gave them.
So I've heard a lot of people unsuccessfully try to pray the gay away, and I've also heard a bunch of Christians who were previously lesbian or gay. After they became Christians, God allowed them to develop attraction toward the opposite sex, and they ended up being happy in a heterosexual relationship. Sometimes God gives us temptations that we will struggle with forever, and sometimes God will allow us to overcome a temptation permanently. As a Christian who experiences attraction to both sexes myself, I know that it would be sinful for me to end up in a relationship with another woman or to marry another woman, even if I really want to, because sin usually disguises itself as something that makes us feel good. But being a Christian is not about feeling good all the time. It's about being perfect, like God. The devil designs sin to be seductive to us, and even though we humans cannot fully explain in our tiny human brains why certain sins are wrong, Christians should trust God when he says that homosexuality is an abomination.
Like, why would God give you an attractiveness, or why would you be attracted to the same sex if that was morally reprehensible?
Temptation isn't given to us by God, it's given to us by Satan, and we ask God to give us the strength to resist it.
Why would he instill that lust and that desire and that feeling of being attracted and feeling of being in love with someone of the same sex?
I've heard one Christian try to reconcile homosexuality with Christianity by saying it's fine as long as you're in a monogamous, loyal relationship. But again, that's making morality our own morality, and that's moving it away from the Bible, which specifically says that homosexuality is a sin. We can't always rationalize in our own brains why something is a sin, but we trust God that when he says something is a sin, his ways are perfect. By trusting our own morality instead of God's morality, we are ultimately setting ourselves up for destruction. And even though the destruction may come later and be lesser if you're already saved, it will still hinder your relationship with God because you are choosing to engage in sin rather than engaging in a perfect relationship with God. I know this video is going to make a lot of people upset because I think I have a lot more gender-critical people following me now, and you probably thought I was like cool and based and liberal and stuff, but I'm a Christian channel first and foremost, and my beliefs are rooted in the Bible and exactly what the Bible says. And it annoys me when it annoys me when Christian grifters misrepresent Christianity to a large audience of people, as Matt Walsh does repeatedly.